Welcome back, nature lovers, forest bathers, and eco warriors. It's Nick from Nick's Nature Walks, and it's episode 5. And so I really appreciate you joining in with this journey and our walk today. This is an opportunity for some stillness, some peace in our lives, a moment to have some mindfulness and some meditative and contemplative thoughts as we enjoy the natural world around us, learn and just be in awe of the beauty of nature and all that it brings to us. So in episode 5, it's going to be hard for me to walk very far because there's just so much going on. But we will be mindful and we'll be on this journey and walk together as always. And so come walk with me. So I'm showing you currently a little spot at the bottom of a tree trunk. And if you hear snuffling, it's because I've got Arla with me. Hi, Arla. And I just want to show you the trout lilies, and Arla's going to make an appearance. Thanks, Arla. That's not really very helpful. But we're going to scan over here. And rather than showing the trout lilies, I'm going to show you the ferns that are coming up. Now, some people will look at the ferns as they're emerging and they'll eat the fiddleheads. They're little, like, curled up ferns before they open up. We don't typically want to do that. We don't typically do that because I think you have to be a little bit careful with them, and they can be really gritty. So we typically don't worry about harvesting any fiddleheads. But I do want to show you, now that Arlo's walked through, these fern-like leaves. You can just see them right there. And they are the leaves of the Dutchman's breeches. And if we're lucky, we may see flowers. They should be emerging relatively shortly. But some years we see them and some years they don't appear. I'm not sure why. It's a little bit haphazard. But when they do, they're little clusters of white flowers. I'm also going to pan over to the leaf of the bloodroot. You may recall the bloodroot a few weeks ago with the flowers. That has now finished flowering, but it's got a beautiful leaf, and they were beautiful this year, absolutely fantastic. I'm now going to pan over to show you a little trillium here. I will show you a few more shortly. This is wild barley. There's a whole cluster of them in flower in a few minutes that we'll see, and as you can see, just in this little area, so much to see, so much to enjoy, and so much also to look forward to if those Dutchman's breeches flower. Okay, so let's go, and so come walk with me. Oh no. So this is, you'll start seeing now just swaths of trilliums. It's just, it's probably quite hard with this camera to truly show what the carpet of trilliums are in our woods at the moment. And it's all different varieties. We have white ones, which are the traditional ones in our area. We have smaller white ones, we have larger white ones, we have green and white ones, we have red ones. So they're very varied, and every year we get more, and from what I understand they are seeded by ants. So the ants somehow, when the flower is over and the seeds are ready, transport the seeds and plant them. I'm not sure whether that's accurate or not, but I will look into it to make sure. And you'll see here the wild barley in flower. Look at that. I don't think I've seen as much as that for a while anyway. I'm also going to keep an eye out for mayapples, because the mayapples are in the process of getting ready to flower. Oh, I can just see a cluster here. And I'm just going to slow down. Arlo's in a bit of a rush today. But if you just take a look, can you see? As far as the eye can see, there's a carpet of trilliums. Absolutely incredible. So I'm going to show you now. I'm just going to pan in on, oh actually, seen something else now. This is a mayapple. And so the leaves here will open up like a big umbrella. And this is the flower head. And when it flowers, it will be like a waxy white flower. And then it fruits. And it, I believe it has been used. I think sometimes people do use it in like a preserve, but it's for medicinal purposes, and you have to be really careful, like you do for anything, unless you look into it carefully. These, you can just see here, there are dog-tooth violets. We have white ones, yellow ones, and these beautiful mauve ones. I passed, before I started this episode, a cluster of them, yellow and mauve. Oh, here we some more. Olive's walking through them. And I also saw, a little while ago, and Olive really is on the path today, I also saw some wild phlox. Well, here's, hold on, oh goodness. There's a bigger mayapple there. And there's another one over there. Here we get quite large. And I'm looking out now also for jumping jacks. They're an interesting plant. We'll take a look at those if I see them. Okay, continue on this path, and again, just everywhere we have our trilliums out for the wind today. It's actually quite quiet, not seeing much bird life. We've seen different birds arriving. We think we've seen bluebirds today. We have rosy-breasted grosbeak that's arrived at our feeder. We have a mourning dove that's is nested outside one of our living room windows on a bird feeder that has two little baby doves. We've enjoyed seeing her roosting on them, and now they've hatched. She'll actually have two broods probably coming through. Just walking along here. And I'm just going to walk a little bit along here to enjoy the array of trilliums as we're going. And we'll come in a few moments to a little bit of a spot to have our mindful minute. But this is just, again, I don't know whether you could appreciate it. I'm hoping I can capture it as best I can. But to the left, the head, and right in front of me is just a carpet of trilliums. Wow. Wow. And I think they're early. I'm really sensing that we're about 10 days early. With everything that's branching out, you'll see as I zoom up, trees are really leaving out, the canopy's coming in, and that will change our walks. It will change the growth underneath, and we're still pretty wet, so I'm not looking forward to mosquito season this year, but anyway, we'll enjoy the moment. So let's take that mindful minute now as we look at the trilliums and appreciate their beauty. And they don't last very long, so it's so important for us to take this minute. I'm just going to crouch down for our mindful minute so that we can all enjoy their beauty for 1 minute. So that was our mindful minute. I'm just doing a close-up of a beautiful trillium. Thank you for taking that time out. So important to appreciate. Now, I've discovered this plant here as we were contemplating. It's like a buttercup. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's got an interesting leaf and yellow flower. I'll have to look that one up. As we continue on our walk and we're close to wrapping up, I do want to share something with you. I talked a few episodes ago about wild leeks, and I was going to try and dig them up, but I didn't do a great job. So before this episode began, we did dig some up, and I'm just going to show you what they look like. And we dug them up this evening so that we could enjoy them. It's pizza night tonight. We make our own pizza, and so we're going to add wild leeks. And the smell, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Just going to zoom down here. Can you see them? So as you can see, they look a little bit like a scallion, spring onion, and just the aroma, oh my gosh, oh, my mouth's watering. My mouth's watering. Look at that. If I could pass along the smell. It's just, oh my goodness, just amazing. Amazing. And there's some more violets here. I'm just going to home in on those. There we go. But we're going to have those on a pizza. We've got wild asparagus growing. We're very fortunate. We've got wild asparagus. We have to make sure that we get it before our dogs quite like to nibble on the asparagus too. So we're going to have wild leeks, wild asparagus, and we haven't had much luck with morels this year. After this episode is done, I'm going to see if I can find any, but I'm not hopeful, so I'm not going to bank on it. But as you can see, as we look to wrapping up, this beautiful dappled sun, more and more trilliums, the maples are coming out, the maple saplings are coming out. Here's a maple sapling, there you go, coming out. Now this is it's a bit like a blackcurrant bush, but we also get like wild raspberries here. So when we're going on a walk and we're wanting a bit of a snack, it's quite handy. Last year was a bumper year, but it's truly trillium season, and I'm just trying to see as we wrap up whether I can find on our walk a red one, and I know there are some around here somewhere. Let's just see. You can never see them. Find one when you're looking for one. Oh, I see one. Look at that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? And so I'm going to say that that's the end of episode 5 as you contemplate this beautiful red trillium. I again thank you for sharing this journey with me, for accompanying me on this walk, and I wish you stillness, peace and calm in your action-packed lives. And again, please add comments at the bottom of the video. It helps me develop content and really appreciate your feedback. It's all about being part of the journey and sharing the experience. So take good care, and thank you again.